Hello everyone, this is Arnie Bob, and this is Flower. Welcome to the stream. As you can see, I have finally gotten this game working. I had a little trouble with it. I tried about 2 weeks ago to get this game to work, and OBS simply was not having it. Uh, but I figured out the quirk in how that works, how my game capture works, so I've gotten it working. Also, I apologize terribly for missing last week's stream. Honestly, I completely wiped myself out on the weekend, and after having to do something that morning, I slept through the whole afternoon, the whole night, and woke up fresh on the next day, not even realizing that I'd slept through the whole thing. Uh, in any case, here is Flower. We're going to try get through this all in the one sitting. I've looked up how long it takes to play, and it should, similar to Journey as I'd been playing before, it should take about the session to play. I'm gonna try not to go over 2 hours, but if we go over 2 hours, well, that's that, I suppose. Oh yeah, I just realized I usually have a time set up somewhere. Just gonna take a quick sec to find that again. Where's my little digital clock? The slight problem with, and then I guess I'll just put that there in the middle of everything. Yeah, because I need to click over there, don't I? The only problem I have with a 2 monitor setup is that one monitor um, refuses to show me the time at the little, on the taskbar. So the monitor that does have the time on it also has my game on it, which naturally covers the time. So I've had to find an extra digital clock that shows me what's going on. Okay. We have some lovely wispy noises. Very sad looking place otherwise. Oh, there we go. Yeah. I didn't even have to zoom in, just moving the camera around moves it like that. Where can I put that arrow so it's not? Whoa. Okay, there we go. That should be fine. Let's zoom in. And press. Music starts now. Hey! Oh, and if you press it zooms in. Can you zoom in anywhere else? It's like a little 3D. It's not exactly 3D, it's like a 2D. It's like when they use 2D to make a 3D effect. It looks almost like a diorama. I don't know, I find that interesting. Now, I've made sure the game works, but I've always skipped through this opening cutscene. Very good sound design, as to be expected from that game company. That's very nice design, having the dark and dreary, almost completely monochrome, but that one splash of movement and colour. Oh! I thought there was going to be more to that scene, but no. Well, here we are, a little bud. I assume that's us. This is called Flower, after all. Oh, hello? How do I... Okay, the joysticks, they do nothing. Ah! Oh, there we go. Look at us flutter about. That's lovely. Oh! Okay, now the joysticks do something. Do we fly to another thing, or do we fly over here? I want to go join these other things. See these little pink things on the ground? I want to go join those. Oh, maybe I'll go... Hang And I'll go touch this flower first. Hello? Oh. Ah. I'm kind of controlling the last petal, but I'm also sort of controlling both of them. Yes? Why have you zoomed out like this? Let me control. There we go. Ah. Oh, okay, we can't go back for those ones. Oh, look at this! So many little petals with us. We seem to be like, we have to move forward. Oh, this is gonna be great. Yeah! Look how many petals joined us. Ah, delightful. Ah. Look at us go. Oh, lovely. Oh. Where's our camera going? Okay, we've been turned back around. Excellent. Yeah, let's get more of these pink petals. Ah. It's like plucking a little string each time. I'm gonna collect more yellow petals on my way. Ah, very lovely and calm. We make these little, when we get close to the grass, so you make that little white blooming thing, which is very nice. Well, I like it. Another little flower over here. And I'm gonna collect this petal, and then I want to see. Oh, okay, you can make yourself go a little faster, it looks like. That's the flower we started at. I wanted to see what happened if I pressed A. And I think it just makes you go a little faster. I wonder if this will make a shape at the end, or if it will just stay this amorphous blob. I like how the notes that the flowers make when you open them and release the petal, they really suit the background music. Like, it complements each other, but it doesn't get lost in the background music. Oh my gosh, you can get so lost in that grass. Speaking of getting lost, jeez. That was delightful. What a lovely little... Oh, I didn't realize we hadn't opened these. Okay, let's see if we can circle back around again. No, there are red ones. Okay, I love that, but I do... I'm like one of those people playing a game. I gotta pick up every little thing. I guess you could say I'm usually a completionist player. I think the thing that trained me out of it in the end was playing through Fallout. Which is weird because you would think, like, Fallout literally has, the Fallout series has traits that, like, is specifically about letting you pick up even more junk. Oh no, I realized the thing that trained me out of it, because it's just like Fallout finished the training with it, if anything. The thing that really trained me out of having to pick up and hoard everything was Skyrim. And for any of you who have played Skyrim, I'm sure you can imagine why. It's because, like, a lot of the stuff in that really is just to sell and make money. And I got really sick of carrying it around, even with the, like, you know, the weight-free cheats and mods on and everything. So I stopped carrying it around. And I learnt to, like, prioritize things I did want to keep and things I don't. Oh, I want these flowers! Why they deny me the flowers? That's the name of the game. Why would you deny me? Okay. I'm done with those flowers. Let's get some red petals. Oh. Oh! Oh, right. It's enriching. I can't believe I went down here and it didn't let me capture all of those flowers on my way. Why would you do that? Oh. I spotted some more red flowers. I was definitely saying something and I've been thoroughly distracted by oh yeah, okay, so like releasing the petals from these is helping the land grow as well. Yeah, because there are all these dead patches here. It's not just like helping the flowers bloom, it's helping the flowers bloom also helps it, also helps the rest of the land around it. Which is always a nice idea. I honestly really enjoy games that have some kind of element of what you're doing is helping land grow or heal, which might just be an expression of like, I don't know if there's a better word for it than white guilt, but I'm just gonna go with white guilt. Like, I'm aware that I come from a pretty clear— whoa! That was— going fast was a bit of a roller coaster there. I'm aware I come from a heritage and that I still benefit from, like, the destruction of a lot of natural land and resource. And I'm not gonna go all romanticist era and say that listening to the land is the best version of everything. But, oh right, that was the flower I got at the first time. But definitely, like, if what we are doing is actively killing the land, then we are definitely doing something wrong. There's got to be some kind of balance there, and my people are not very well known for their balance. By my people, I mean colonizers. Not a thing I want to claim, but a thing I must. Okay, can I get these now that I know how to go fast and I'm full of petals? Oh, do I have all these buds already? Huh. Okay, cool. Oh, let's get those buds up there. Oh! Oh, okay, the draw distance is messing with me. The things in the background look like buds. Well, not in the background. The things further away from me look like they're still buds, so I keep going after them. But they are full-on flowers. Look how beautiful we are with all these colours. So I like how they've animated this group. I'll enthuse about that in a moment. Whoa! Oh, there's more. Because like, you can see everything swirling around and whatnot, but especially when I move, you can see that, like, whatever they're using to let us control this little animation. Oh, why did we split apart? They, like, designate a few of the petals at the front to be what we're actually controlling, and then everything else, like, spirals from there. And it makes it look like we're not controlling anything in specific, because they must have gotten, like, there's effectively a little invisible orb at the front that it cycles a few petals around in, and we're controlling that orb. And so it looks very chaotic and randomly put together. Can we go into these rocks? Hey, what can we do with these rocks? What's up, rocks? Okay, I guess we just hug the rocks a little. Whoa. Where are we? Apparently we're going to see the sun. Don't know if that's exactly what petals want to do, but so for those who don't know, this is like yet another game I've never played. So I'm going fairly blind into it. The only unblindness was that I had to figure out how to get the game to actually work. But aside from that, very blind. Whoa, okay. Oh, okay, I think I get it. Making all these patches around here be alive again is going to help that patch in the middle be alive. Oh, delightful. Okay. But can you hear what I mean about... come on. I don't know if I'm just controlling this badly, but I feel like I should be able to follow these lines of flowers, and it just doesn't let me. There we go. Yay! Okay, let's do this little mob. I hope you can all hear that. I don't know why I'm going so impressively slow right now. Can I speed up? Okay, there we go. Like, this is a lovely game to play slow, but not that slow. I think maybe when I like try and make it turn too sharply, it gets upset at me. Look how many petals I am. There we go. Look. This feels like it would be really good animation for playing a dragon. Like playing a long dragon. Oh, I don't think I got that tone right. Oh gosh. Hello. Hiya person, am I? I'm going well today, thank you. I'm trying flour for the first time. I've had a long day, but I had a nap in the middle, and that was delightful. Well, more for a point, it was necessary. I would not have been up to streaming without it. Well, I'm glad you're here so that you can admire some of this excellent mixing sound design with me. I was just enthusing earlier that one of the things I quite enjoy about the sound so far. Oh good! A person of mine is also agreeing that the sound design is delightful. One of the things I was enthusing on a little earlier was that when you like collect the petals from the various buds, they make a sound. Hang on. Like that. And the sound is like clearly distinct from the rest of the sounds, but it also complements the sounds really well, which I think is a difficult thing to design for. Oh, you're making lunch. Chat, what are you making for lunch? Give us the good recipes. I always like finding new recipes. Actually, I tried out a new recipe recently, which was good to try out, but it was not a great recipe. I tried out a recipe for okonomiyaki, and my problem was I found a white person's recipe for it. It was Jamie Oliver, which, like, there are worse white people you can ask for a recipe from. And hey, it did work out. It worked. It was just like, Jamie Oliver has frustratingly not even like specifically vague recipes. They just they assume that you have a certain level of cooking knowledge, which is kind of okay because I do generally have that level of cooking knowledge, but especially if it's something I've never cooked before, it can be extra frustrating. Alive again. Oh, we must have made all the patches alive again, because now it has flowers in the middle. Excellent. I hope this is an extra nice aesthetic thing to have on in the background. You can like hear someone chattering away in this gorgeous music. But it also like, the game just looks like a little screensaver. mean, a very involved screensaver, obviously. But it's got that very nice aesthetic. Well, it has that very nice aesthetics feel when I don't make the camera jolt around weirdly. Like, just the particle effect of all the pedals like this. Yeah. See, like, you can almost fill the screen with them. Well, I say that, and now I can't get the screen to fill. Oh well. Hi, Albier! Ah. Okay, Albier has told us a bit about what the controls were designed for, and it was designed for the PS3's tilt controls. Yeah, so I can see why it's having a little bit of trouble translating to just a controller without the motion control to it. I feel like that means this would be a really good game to have on Switch. I don't know if it is on Switch, but I think that would probably be... If this game is on Switch, I would recommend, if you don't have it on PS3, having this on Switch would probably be the best idea. Oh, and the motion controls probably lends itself to like feeling like you are embodying it and guiding it, as opposed to like, I mean, how I'm controlling it now is very much a controlling thing. I slightly move the camera with one. Oh. Yeah, see, there we go. There it is, filling the screen. It's very much more controlling because, like, I have a joystick that I make move around and whatnot. Whereas it would have been a lot more your whole hand moving about. Hey, why are the rest of them not? A person in my chat is agreeing with me. Seen a lot of people strongly disagree with the names Jamie Oliver gives his dishes. Oh yeah, do not even get me, do not even get me started on his naming conventions. For one, like anything that is not English cuisine is named pretty badly. Not like overtly racism, but definitely microaggressions. And like even I have a book of his, and one of the recipes was like, "This is my Jewish penicillin," and I was like, "You're not Jewish." Like I don't think you're allowed to say that this is your Jewish penicillin when you're not Jewish and you're not like writing down an actual Jewish person's recipe. Yeah, anyway, he is a good cook, that is very clear, but he is not a great teacher, and he really should stay in his lane about cooking English meals, because he is not very educated on anything else. Yeah, Chad is agreeing with me. It's a pretty uncomfortable name to come across when you're like, I was just reading the book and I was like, I'm sorry, you're a what? I mean, I was already caught off guard by like, a penicillin? What does that mean as far as food goes? Oh, we found a dead path. Let's follow this. And like, it was just chicken noodle soup. It was just chicken noodle soup. Oh, hello. We've been turned back around. Okay, what else do I have to do here? What's going on? A person of mine points out, like, people's comments have been along the lines of, this is a nice soup, but it's not the native dish that you say it is. And that's... Oh, there we go, yes. Our BA was absolutely right. I was just missing 1 or 2 flowers. There we go. Jamie Oliver, I think, with anything that isn't an English dish, does that thing where, I find Western people in particular are like, now, we didn't have sriracha sauce, so we just used tomato sauce. And that sort of just dulling down the actual ingredients for duller, but more common in Western culture ingredients instead. And it's like, you have made something that vaguely resembles it, and it does taste nice. You have assembled a nice food, but yeah, but it's not the dish that it is advertised as. Honestly, I think we're kind of lucky the okonomiyaki turned out as well as it did. And that may have been in part because we did vaguely know what we were making. We weren't only using the dishes described. Aww. I love little rock structures like this. It's so lovely. Nature is often very beautiful, which is not something you need me or any streamer to tell you. But I like rock formations in nature in particular. It's something I've just often been drawn to, something I often enjoy. Oh, I hope we make this tree grow. That would be really cool. Oh wait, gotta scroll this. There we go. My chat function was not letting me see all of a person of mine's lovely description of a laksa that they are making. Laksa of Malaysian and Indonesian origin. Yes. A person of mine is saying that they like soups where they can make the stock separately. So they can have little bowls of toppings to accompany it. That's a really nice way to have soup. It's very customizable for one. Also, I think I would make, like, it makes it easier to make the soup and then, like, you don't have to lock yourself into exactly what you're eating if you want to have the soup later as well. I don't know, that's just me. I don't know about... Chat has claimed that nature is shockingly beautiful. I don't know about shockingly. It is delightfully beautiful. I mean, I guess shock is one of those words where, like, it requires you to be... it requires a prior expectation. Oh. Good job, chat. Sorry, chat has just replied that, that nature is shockingly beautiful when there is lightning. Which is technically true, which is the best kind of true. Whee! Look how many petals are up there. Looks like little sakura. Oh wait, maybe it is sakura! We're gonna get a cherry blossom tree. We made the grass grow. Oh wait. Oh, we made a new little flower. Whoa! Hey, I wasn't done admiring the little flower. Oh, it wasn't a... Oh. I wanted it to be a cherry blossom tree. Whoa. Oh, whoa! Okay. For those who were not here at the start of the stream, this is like the main menu. I mean, it's not much of a menu, but it's the, like, start of the game screen. So it has just thrown us back here. But there was not this second part the first time. So I guess this is, like, how it's doing levels. Also, yeah, check it out. When I point the... when I point the camera over here, I can make the screen judder. Um, yes, chat, I know cherry blossoms are only pink for a little time of the year, but I hoped it would be spring and that we would get some pink cherry blossoms. It seems rude to tease us with all those pink petals and not give us cherry blossoms. Oh. Desolate city. See, it's not quite monochrome what they're using here, but it is very desaturated. Which, like, honestly can feel more monochrome than actual black and white. Wait, chat, why is... chat has said, is this an Ass Creed situation? Which I assume you mean Assassin's Creed situation. Do we have to live a grey existence between colourful Oh! Between colourful play sessions? I had no idea what you were talking about, and I realised you mean the, it is not Aperture Science, but I can't remember the actual name um, of the institute that runs the... Ah. Oh, now we play as a little red petal. This is a much more monochrome. It's not just brown grass, it's like desaturated grass. Yeah, I realized you were referring to... Yes, chat, Abstergo. Like, it's also just an awkward name to say. Yes, I've heard many people complain that you have to play the, modern day Abstergo basically in an office building, play that between the, like, fun, action-packed Assassin's Creed parts. Yeah, a person of mine describes it very well. You basically have a boring Google job between assassinations, which is a wild little breakup of pacing. I think it's something like sorry, I'm having like 5 thoughts at once, and I'm trying to figure out which ones to say. This'll happen a lot. Like, this is not a new experience. You should see my friends trying to talk to me, talk about something, and I'm like, hang on, I had 3 replies, and I have to figure out which one to say. So, like, at least for Flower, I think we can see that it's making a point. It's like, it shows us these worlds that we are helping revive, and we are kind of shown from what we had to why we are having to revive them. What caused them to get into this state. The color being an escape from those grey monochrome worlds, I am guessing is going to be a lot of the point of Flower. That we should be striving for this colourful life instead of, you know, quote-unquote wasting away in the monochrome of suburban living, or city living. Chat brings up a good parallel samurai game where I rest in a hot spring between killing demons. Yay! Assassin game where I have to work at Google between killing assholes. Nay! It reminds me of one of my favorite memes is just I don't know what program it's from, but the button to say like yes or no is yay! Oh no, is yeah! And then yeah! Which is the funniest way of phrasing that. Yeah, I think what's the samurai game? I'm pretty sure I've heard of it. I've heard of the Besties podcast talking about it, I'm pretty sure. But I think that's about to almost prove my point where, like, I haven't played the modern Assassin's Creed games, but I have played through 1 and 2, and then, like, bits of a few others. And honestly, in Assassin's Creed 1, I really liked the Abstergo interludes. Part of that, I think, being that, like, that had its own mystery for you to solve at the same time. Ooh. Okay. Now we get to look at grass. Can I be the petals again? Thank you. But I think this is especially egregious of, like, the, I don't know about the very modern games, but the, like, PS3 era, PS3, PS4 era of Assassin's Creed games. They really just stuck those Abstergo bits in without worrying about pacing. Like, it very much interrupted the game as opposed to complementing or letting you take a break from the game or anything like that. Oh gosh, chat says there's like a bunch of samurai games that let you have this little break. Oh, I knew you'd be able to interact with the rocks. Heck yeah. Oh, they're gonna open this little formation. Aww. Oh my gosh, we're making the rocks come alive. Oh, that's excellent. See, that plays right into what I was saying about how, like, rocks are some of my favorite parts of nature. Can I? No? Okay. I'm gonna have to go find other things to make come alive so I can make the rocks more alive. Do I have to? Hang on. I'm gonna see if I can get some of these bulbs. Really hard to get down to this level. Okay. Gotten all those. Chat is telling us... Oh gosh, chat is telling us too much! Oh no, it's absolutely not. I'm just losing track of where I am. Chat is telling us there's a bunch of these samurai games where you can, like, rest in a hot spring in between. There's Ghost of Tsushima Hang on, I've seen that always said as Ghost of Tsushima, not Tsukishima. Is it Ghost of Tsukishima or Tsushima? Anyway, Ghost of Tsushima, Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, Nioh 1 and 2 all have those, different ways to relax and de-stress after a murder session. Oh, cool. Hot spring, sometimes it's hot springs, sometimes it's patting cats and helping out Kodama. And in Sekiro, it's giving sake to the doctor and blacksmith and reminiscing about the past. In Tsushima, you sit your ass down in a hot spring and write haiku, or make haiku. Oh, that's okay. I mean, I mostly remember Ghost of Tsushima because I have a friend who is repeatedly, like, trying to buy it on sale, and we're in Australia, so for those that do not know, Australian prices for video games are just extraordinarily terrible. Like, everything you know about how games are expensive is just twice as much. Like, there's a common thing of, like, oh, I can't believe they're making us pay $60 for a AAA game now. And it's like, no. Those $60 games in Australia are $100 or so dollars. So... some of chat argues that the haiku in Ghost of Tsushima isn't real haiku. Oh, I suppose, because haiku isn't about its form as much as its content. I suppose it's... I mean, they're already designing a game. It's harder to... That was the secret flower? Sorry. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not sorry. I'm never sorry for yelling about a game, in your ear. They, like, specifically showed us this flower. Steam just told me that I got an achievement for finding the secret flower, which seems wild, because I feel like those little blue flowers were pretty highlighted. Okay, we already made this alive. Heck yeah. Chat is having a lovely conversation about haikus. I can reiterate, I've learned that, especially English-speaking countries, well, my experiences with English-speaking countries, they very much teach that haiku is the form of, like, how many syllables. But I have also since learned that, that haiku is, yeah, apparently much more about the content and how it is presenting its information. Which does, like, make sense. But I can see why it was associated with... Check that! We made a canyon without little petals. But those esoteric ideas are a lot harder to teach, I think, so I can see why it gets simplified down to the syllables. I missed blue flowers in the first level? Oh no! Chat is telling me I missed the secrets. Oh, is that... Chat was telling me there were some secret green flowers behind a rock that I missed. I think that was the flower. That was the secret flower I missed in the first level. Hey, why is this grass so colored differently? And also, why did that song last for so long? That was confusing. Whee! Look, the grass isn't just going green, it's going like various shades of cool. Which is contrasting beautifully with our petals, to be fair. Yeah, purple grass. Yeah, I thank you, chat, for reassuring. Chat is assuring me it's okay. Going for 100% completion on a first playthrough is a trap. That is I very much agree with that. Especially because, like, in my first playthrough of a game, I really dislike looking anything up about it. I want to play it completely blind, basically. But that means, like, I basically never get 100% playthroughs on games. And, but, like, also I'm kind of a perfectionist about it. So I do, like, get through a lot of content. It's an interesting mix. Like, I refuse to look anything up about the games, so it's very hard to get 100% playthrough. Oh, yes? Why are we looking over here? Okay, I'll go that way. Okay, game, you've got me. I'll go over there, I guess. Yeah, so, like, I have this perfectionist way of playing games, but on the other hand, it's not a completionist way of playing games, I think. But I also don't really tend to play games more than once, so it's like, sometimes the, like, the anti-completionist idea is like, oh, if you want to complete it, you can do a second playthrough, and I'm like, I will not. That is not what I'm gonna do. I already know that. Though it does mean that any games I do play through for a second time, I am much more likely to do a completionist run and just look everything up for it. Because I'm like, if I'm gonna play this through twice, then I'm gonna get literally every scrap of content I can out of it. Hey, wasn't there some flowers at the start I didn't get? Oh. Okay, hang on, chat. We're gonna go to the start of this little area. Ooh, pardon me. Oh, and I wanted to come back to, chat said earlier, I just enjoy games that find organic ways to rest between intensity. Pacing is important. And I wanted to highlight that, because that's something I very much agree with. Look, see? There are all these buds! Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, that's something I very much agree with, which, if anything... Oh, I'm, like, redoing some of these. It's probably because, like, I come from the background of writing. I am, like, trained in writing and whatnot. That is where most of my experience is, and so, like, narrative pacing is something I find really important, and is a skill I've tried to cultivate. And I've noticed, and then, like, not just narrative pacing, but it's... What? More secret flowers! I see. How many secret flowers have I been missing? The flowers have been secrets all along! Look how many secrets I have. And then because, like, the rest of my training is in, drama and performance, I also know that, like, it's not just pacing in the narrative, it's not just giving your audience a break, but sometimes the pacing is for the people performing things. Actually, one of my favorite jokes is what's the difference between an English teacher and a drama teacher? And they usually use an example from, like, Macbeth or, you know, some other Shakespeare thing. And they say, like, the difference between an English teacher and a drama teacher is when you ask, what's the purpose behind Macbeth's soliloquy in act this, scene this, the English teacher will tell you about, like, how it reveals his motivations and what it tells you about his character and about the nature of humanity, and a drama teacher will tell you it gave them enough time to move the set between scenes. Which is, like, I mean, I find that funny because it's very true. A lot of writing for theatre is not just getting your story and your themes across, but also, is this practical? Can we physically make this happen? And given that... Ooh, look at it open. Oh hey, I have a little glowing light in me now. And given that games are, like, one part performance, one part audience, games are, like, very constructed, yes, but they also place its audience in the position of actor as well. So I'm never too surprised when it combines the ideas. Yeah, it's raining, and I have a little ball of light. My petals have all gone blue. And most importantly, it's raining. I just really like the sound of rain. Oh, thank you, chat. It's something I see a lot in... Sorry, I'm so distracted by these little blue things. I know they're petals, but they're just beautiful. A little spirit of water and fertility. There you go. You can be yellow petals, or you can become blue as well. Heck yeah. It's something I notice a lot when I go through game design philosophy stuff, is that a lot of, like, aside from the practicality of designing a game, a lot of the actual game design philosophy is kind of rehashing a lot of drama philosophy. But definitely in its own, in a very unique way. It's not covering old ground or anything like that. Oh, we have little roses now. Ugh. Yes, chat. Like how games make characters slide through a crack to load the next area. That's 100% what I meant by drama. I mean, you're kind of joking, but it's also kind of true in that, I believe the video LBA is referring to is actually one of my favorite game channels, Outside Extra, and outside, I think it's also just called Outside Xbox. They have like a few channels kind of like that. They often do like lists of top 10 most badass moments and stuff like that. But this particular video was talking about, like, look at the little pinwheels of the flowers. I got distracted. Look at them, they do a little pinwheel. Ah! But this particular video was talking about, like, what are the tricks that video games use to, like, make the game more seamless or more engaging, more fun, to hide the various flaws that games can have. And one of them being anytime you like slide, anytime your character is like slowly sliding through a thin gap between things in a game, it's probably just loading the next level. Which is like a very drama philosophy of like, we need enough time to do the next part, so we're just gonna put this scene in, and we'll use it for like a bit of character development. That's why it often has some talking in it, because it's trying to do something with this time. But yeah. That's another great example, a person of my grim games where every level starts with you descending downwards to set the tone. Yeah, absolutely. Like, that's, I mean, in my mind, because my reference is drama and stuff, that's set design, basically. And for games, it kind of is. How do we position the actor, position the player, to help reinforce the tone that we're talking about? Another flower. You know, that game company. Oh, look, there's a rainbow! Aww. What a gorgeous rainbow. Aww. Oh, I got petals from the secret flowers I discovered. Excellent. Good to know. Ooh, ooh. Oh, and hey, wait, no, let me go back. Yeah, look, now the place has gotten less monochrome, more bright and colourful. We getting the metaphor? Thank you, flower. I wonder if that calendar has been counting down. I haven't been keeping track of it. The calendar over in the left-hand side. With the little dinosaur! Also, do you think the other things are sheep or hippos? They could be either. Or neither. They're cute, either way. What? There are bugs? Where are the little bugs? Chat, I demand you tell me where the bugs are immediately. I'm kidding, you don't have to do anything. If you mean the little green things down there, I think those are not bugs. I think they're little leaves or petals, because they floated down when we first loaded in. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, actually that's a really good point. A person of mine points out that the background sounds that we're hearing are now a lot less. You can hear a little bit of cars going past, but you can hear a lot of chittering sounds and like the hum of, I don't know, crickets and cicadas and that sort of thing. You can also hear a bird song every once in a while, like a bird call. Whereas before we were very much hearing the sound of city. Not only were we hearing like much louder, faster cars, but we were hearing a lot of construction work and that sort of thing as well. That's a really good point. Thank you very much, chat, for pointing that out. Yeah, chat also is reminded of cicadas and grasshoppers. Oh, okay, LBA, thank you for joining. That's okay. We're not gonna go for too much later. Heck yes, later nerds. Well, later nerd. I don't know how many of you there are behind RBA. Pro tip, never assume just one person is leaving. If one... Oh! I looked straight into the sun and it hurt so much. I gotta remember that oh look, see? And now the city is starting to get less monochrome. We love this. There's like, obviously the rustling of nature, but I like even the detail of the traffic lights. All 3 of traffic lights that we could see were green. Just to further reinforce that point. Yes. This almost sounds like it's a song that's just skipping every few bars, but I know it's trying to be anticipatory. That was a difficult word. Let's see if there's pinwheels. Yes, pinwheel! Oh, look! So we can see... Oh. We can see man-made structures, but they're very eco-structures. The big windmills. Good, I'm glad I've made you think about that, chat. What support does Twitch have for systems being able to join in with chat? I mean, I'm sure you could make, if you're a streamer and like most of the system is okay with streaming, I know there are different layouts you can do to like show, oh, this is who's streaming. You would need to take a second to switch the layout over, but you can use like hotkeys and stuff. So I know like that would be a possibility, but I don't think there are any pre-made ones for a start. So that would certainly be something. Yeah, hey Twitch, do you how hard is it to like switch between accounts? Do you have to like fully log out and log in? Twitch, give us the answers. Oh, hey, I found more of those green ones. I'm gonna have to go get the green ones. Oh wait, these may not be flowers. No? Okay. Twitch, give us the answers. Are you supporting our multiple friends? Even our multiple enemies. Look, systems can be villains. They're just not villains just because they're systems. You don't need to be nothing about being a system inherently makes you a villain. Being a villain makes you a villain. You don't really get to choose if you're a system. You can just choose to be a villain. That's the difference. There's so much more of a difference. Yeah, no, that's a good point, chat. Chat has said, I feel like the world is getting more complex with each flower. And I think that's very true. Whoa! Oh gosh. Sorry, these windmills started buffeting me around. It seems like with each level, or with each flower that's introduced, the world also introduces, whoa! A new element to go along with it. So, not like, I mean element as in like game design element, not as in, are these secret flowers? I can't tell. Not as in like alchemical element or anything like that. Though it does vaguely relate to alchemical elements. Because at first we just had the grass and the flowers, but then we had rock and stone, and now we have the windmills, yes, but also wind itself. Yeah, horror movies, chat has pointed out, horror movies are pretty ableist in who they make villainous. They are ableist in who they make villainous. They are also heavily queerphobic in who they make villains. They are also very racist in who they make villains. We can go on. I mean, part of the problem, I think, is horror movies are very much about what we fear, and when a lot of your fears, subconsciously or not, are tied up in prejudice, that will come out in your horror movies. Yeah, absolutely, chat. Bigoted as fuck, though. I wanted to get those flowers. Okay, I'll start from here. And honestly, like, this kind of thing of... Wah! Sorry, sometimes we get on a line there and it just, like, zooms us along. It's very exciting, but also kind of shocking. Like, the thing with all of this... Oh, yes, sorry. Very good distinction, chat. Not just what we fear, but what we are discomforted by. In fact, I would argue that horror is actually much more about that. It's about being disturbed and feeling discomfort, rather than actual fear. Partly because, like, it's about the things underlying the fear. It's not about fear itself, but things that inspire it. Which is, like, part of why horror movies are the place that explores really dark topics, not just like murder, but like assault, and like assault against particularly vulnerable people. Sometimes I find it difficult to talk about, like, what is and isn't bigoted or problematic about horror films, because, like, the idea that there's a classic trope of, quote-unquote, the black guy always dies first in horror, and that absolutely is just rooted in bigotry. The black guy would not have to die first if, one, the entire cast was black, two, if the people making these films were actually interested in having black people as characters, not as props. But on the other hand, it is, like, horror is exactly the spot to explore, like, why people of other races like, why people are discomforted, where this bigotry comes from. It's just that, like, that's not the only discomfort it should be showing. If anything, like, horror seems like a great place to have red herrings about, like, oh, you think it's going to be this bigoted answer, but no, that was just your fear and misunderstanding of the situation, and the actual situation is something a lot closer to home and something that's actually more disturbing. That isn't an easy, quote-unquote, easy answer, as it's just being bigotry. Either, like, the answer is you should be bigoted, or the answer being, actually the bigotry is correct, or whatever. I'm rambling a little there. Hello. Look at all these flowers. Which is part of why I like a lot of, I believe it's Jordan Peele who's doing it? Oh! Yeah, I got more of those green flowers. Because, like, Jordan Peele is doing the very classically horror thing of what is discomforting, what is uncomfortable about these situations, but from a fully black perspective of, like, what is just so, like, really exploring the discomfort of being in a spot that being amongst people who just so casually are not only constantly doing microaggressions. This is such a fun little bit. Sorry. I know we're talking about, like, serious horror and whatnot, but I'm like, whee! Look at us go! Like, I am not making it go. It is just letting us go. Yes, go. It is zooming us along this part. We're in like a little wind tunnel. All these chimes are going off. I'll come back to that topic. I'm just gonna have fun for a moment. Look at that! Oh my gosh, all the rocks crumbled! Oh no, the rocks! I'm sorry. Wait, we have to get these blue ones. Wow, it is so more fast-paced now. I was like, wow, what a nice slow, calming game about moving pedals around. No. No slow. Only fast-paced little skating game physics. Oh, then we go around this way. Are we gonna destroy more rocks? Oh, hello? No, wait, I wanna go over there. I saw things. Yeah, how do I go down these? There are like alternate tunnels. I can't. Whee! Ah. Whoa! It is too fast-paced. Sorry, chat. I don't have time to talk. I have to play this ultra fast-paced game now. Am I getting like full flowers in here? Whoa. Okay, there. Where do I... Are there new flowers anywhere? No? Oh, maybe this will give me a chance to go through the other sections. Yeah, no. We'll go in here, and then go here, go here, go here! Yes! Okay, cool. Figuring it out. Go up there. Yeah, go there. Oh, whoa! There are little murals and stuff. Ah, pretty. Oh. Delightful. Whew. Oh, wow. That was a lot. Oh. Okay. Welcome back to the world, chat. I returned to... Why are we still moving so fast? Slow down. Sorry, the pedals are moving so fast now. I'm trying to read chat and the pedals are like, no, we're going over here at approximately 30 kilometers an hour. I didn't even know where the start of that thing was. Of the pedal train. There we go. Did that make it green? Did that work? Look how high you can fly in this. Amazing. Oh, there we go. There's pink pedals waiting for us. No! Let me land! Coming back to horror, chat says, oh yeah, chat, I believe mockingly quotes, "We want sex, but sex is wrong, so let us enjoy it viscerally, then kill them as a punishment." Yeah, like, that's the... Thank you, roommate, for that's the only quote. If that's the only quote my roommate hears from me streaming tonight, then I will have lived a good life. Yeah, that's kind of the thing of, like, it is, like, this is the, horror is the space to explore uncomfortable ideas of sex, or explore why we as a culture are so uncomfortable with it. But it really has to stop doing the, like, some of the idea of, oh, but we have to kill them. Like, we want sex, but we don't like sex, so we'll make the characters have sex and then kill them as punishment. Some of that literally just dates back to the Hays Code. Being the, like, when movies and when film first brought up some kind of code for, like, what you could and couldn't show. And a lot of it was highly arbitrary, but a lot of it was also, like, a lot of it was, I don't know where I'm flying to, by the way. A lot of it was like, okay, you can show sex, but only if it's condemned immediately afterwards. And these are old and very puritanical ideas. We have to be moving away from them, but they've become so baked into our culture that um, that filmmakers just don't seem interested in actually doing what horror is meant to do and pushing convention. Yeah, the idea of a conventional horror movie is kind of hilariously, not cliched, hilariously ironic. I mean, yes, murder, sex is better. The idea that, sorry, chat has said murder sex better than sex. Yeah, that sounds like traditional American values, alright. And it is like a very common thing that I've just become distracted realizing I have no idea where I'm going. What if I go back into the valley? How do I leave this place? I'm done. Wait, these flowers? Okay. Maybe I have to pay attention to getting all the flowers. Oh, okay, there are a lot more flowers in here than I was expecting. Never mind. It's a genuine thing, and like especially from culture in the USA and in Canada, but I've seen it in other cultures as well, including Australian culture for sure. It's the idea that like violence is so much more palatable than any kind of sex, even the most consensual sex. But not only that, but this is a really nice sunset. It does look like a kind of desolate wasteland over here, but we have a lot of petals with us, so that's nice. Sorry, I'm just taking a moment to slow down here. Let the music fill our hearts for a moment. It's a common thing that sorry, my roommate is trying to talk over my shoulder. Very rude while I'm on stream. Go on stream and talk to me. No, I'm kidding. Just pressure my roommate into watching my stream so that they can tell me that we've run out of milk. It's a common thing I've seen that people will take violence in any situation. Oh, that's so lovely. There you go. There's your new wallpaper, everyone. New wallpaper for chat. It's a common thing that people will take violence in any context much better than they'll take the same context but in a sexual manner. And that goes to like I think the classic thing is like killing kids on screen is okay, but having them assaulted is worse. And I kind of understand why that's true, but I also super do not. I understand, I have observed that that is true. But I don't necessarily understand why people think that one of those is so much worse. But I also don't have much personal experience with assault, so maybe I would feel differently if I did. But I do have personal experience with violence, so like, there's that bias too. Yes, thank you, chat. Chat mentions, God, yeah, that's fucked up. Horror needs a movement to re-examine and re-evaluate its tropes. It can be treated as a trash genre, but it doesn't need to be. Yeah, like, part of because horror is about breaking convention, like, that does mean, if you break convention, you are, a bunch of the time, gonna come up with a shitty new convention. So like, it's not surprising when horror gets bad ones as well, but the good horror movies shouldn't just be retreading the same old ground either. Absolutely, chat. Chat says, horror is a way to examine what makes us uncomfortable. It doesn't need to be bigoted and hateful. And yes, yeah, I couldn't say it better. it doesn't. Horror has traditionally been come from a place of bigotry and hate because the people creating horror have been bigoted and hateful, and that doesn't need to be true. Which is why I celebrate directors like Jordan Peele, because they are telling their story and what's uncomfortable for them. And that's what we need to see more of. I'm sick of seeing rich white old men say what they think is uncomfortable. We already have decades and decades of horror movies about that. Yeah! We're part of the windmill now. Oh, we made another little flower bloom. Delightful. Oh, I wish I had more water. Hang on, chat. I'm gonna... Oh, that was so nice of you! So my roommate very kindly came and stole my water cup. I assumed to refill it, but I guess I didn't check. Ah, I got 2 more of the special petal leaf things. Thank you very much. Shout out to Eucalyptus Tree roommate for fetching me water. And now, I think we've been... The calendar is counting down! Oh, there's another strike. There's also a little pie symbol now up there. Hang on, I'm gonna see if this burp happens on mic or not. I successfully muted myself. Okay, hang on. Yeah, it turns out, chat, if you talk for like an hour and a half straight, you get real parched. Oh, look at this little blue flower. And now it's nighttime too. We're going through a lot of... Oh, wait a second! Wait a second! Oh, I guess that's not quite a cycle. Maybe. Okay, what I was going to say is... Hey, can I... Oh no! Uh-oh. Whoa. Okay, wait, yeah. Okay, now we can check. So I was going to say, I think we're going through cycles. Because I think... So it starts monochrome, which makes it hard to tell, but I think this is meant to be morning. And then this one, yeah, day, and then we get evening. Okay, no, it's not quite that. But we do end in night. And also the color of the petals. So I'm taking a bit of liberty with yellow and orange here. But I think if we say that yellow was spring, orange was summer, pink... Hang on, I meant to say pink was... Wait, okay. Hang on. I was gonna say pink is spring, but now the colors don't line up. It almost feels like for the 4 seasons of spring, summer, autumn, and winter. But I think autumn would have to be the orange. Would have to be the orange or maybe yellow one, but probably orange. So now it's out of order. Yeah, that's chat says it might be morning, midday, afternoon, and evening. And yeah, I thought maybe that, but it feels like this one doesn't really line up with evening. Like, because we have... Like, this is very monochrome, so we can't really tell what time. But, like, this one is the one that seems like morning, with the, like, rays coming in through the window. And then that just seems like daytime. But blue is definitely night. We can certainly see that. It's possible that the yellow is, like, a twilight, like, early morning sort of thing. Anyway. What have you got for us, little blue flower? I'm guessing that this flower is the last one, and even if it's not, we might have to stop with it. I think the scene we've been seeing here at the start has shown us different cycles there. We started with a sunrise, then the sun high in the sky, and a sunset, and now we have the moon. Okay, let's see if there is a new element to the scene. Our grass is nice and blue to match with our cool petals. We have our wind, as usual. Not seeing many rocks this time, though. Gently guiding it down. Feels much more slow and intimate, kind of like how the first flower was. I don't know if it'll stay that way. Just for now. Oh. I want to get those flowers. How do I... I mean, I also want to get that flower. You can see there's one on top of that. Okay, hang on. Let me turn around. Ding, ding. I think it's a part of the excellent sound design here is the the varied use of instrument. Because we have... Yeah, so that's a chime. And see, I think the blue ones are still a type of woodwind. It might be a percussion, but I'm pretty sure it's a woodwind. So it's something like a pipe or a flute or a clarinet. Oh, it's not quite horn-like enough for a clarinet, but something like that. Sorry, can we... Petals, please turn around. Thank you. Ah, there we go. Now we have the poles. There is a new element. Oh, and it's lighting our way. Okay, I know it's lighting our way, but I am going to the top of these. It's on them. Oh, okay. There's nothing interesting on top of these. Oh well. It was nice to dream. For just a moment. Flying about. This is definitely an older topic, but chat, your mention of laksa made me have like a slight realization. Because I knew it was popular in Indonesia and Malaysia, but I didn't quite. Oh look, we're a little ball of light again. But I think I never quite put together that like literally where laksa comes from. And I think it suddenly makes so much sense why Australia has a big-ish culture of laksa. Because Australia being geographically just underneath Indonesia and very close to Malaysia. Yeah, we borrow a lot of our... we borrow a lot of cultural things from our Southeast Asian neighbours just above us. Ooh. Oh, I thought they were hay bales. Why are they glowing? Okay, let's circle around them. Yeah, I think circling around these would be easier with controls. Yeah, laksa is a... I mean, I feel weird calling it a big thing. Chat has said, oh, I didn't know it was actually... Hang on, let me read what chat is actually saying to me. A person of mine said, "Oh, I wasn't aware laksa was big in Australia. I found it in a cookbook, and I've only ever made it myself. That's neat." Yeah, I feel odd calling it big, but it is like a very everyday thing here, to the point where like you're probably familiar with getting like pre-made packets of chicken noodle soup or, I don't know, beef soup or stuff like that. We have little pre-made packets of laksa like that because it's just such a common soup here. In fact, the same way, the way that countries like America usually say, oh, chicken soup is good for the soul, or it's good to help you heal, it's a hearty, warm, good thing to eat when you're sick. We actually often say the same about laksa. Yeah, that it's hearty, it's warm, that it's a good comforting thing. I mean, I think it helps that a lot of the laksa I've had is chicken laksa, which is just laksa with, you know, boiled chicken pieces in it as well. Spiced boiled chicken pieces in it, basically. I'm sure Australia somewhat bastardizes it. But yeah, it's just a very common meal, and it only occurred to me when you specifically highlighted it as Indonesian and Malaysian. That like, oh, of course it's so popular here. We're next door to the people who actually make it. And like, that is the thing, we just... yeah, chat says, huh, yeah, I'm aware of pre-made soups. Tomato soup in Tetra packets is popular here. Sweden definitely doesn't have Tetra packs of laksa there. Yeah, in Australia, the same spot that you'll find those little dried packets of tomato soup, pretty much right next to them, you will find packets of laksa as well. That's how common it is. Aha! I knew something would happen if I came over here. I'm picking up on this game. It's little secrets. There we go, I got the little green leaves. Green leaves, unlike green sleeves. I like that this level seems to have the theme of like lighting things up, lighting the way. We're kind of painting with light in these areas. It seems much less about the petals here, and much more about the motes of light. Did I color in enough? Yay! I was gonna do more, but okay. Look, chat pointing out my— oh no! I was gonna laugh at chat pointing out my contradictions, but then everything got red and scary. Okay, pretty lights is a word for it. I was frightened. I guess we head on. The music has also gotten very doom and gloom. Well, doom, I don't know about gloom. Why are we all red, little guys? What happened? Why did we get so sad? Oh no, it's dark! Oh, it's dark and I'm missing my little ball of light. I've got flickering lamps now. Oh. Controller's shaking in my hand. Ah! Oh, this is very alarming. There's no petal or nature here at all. Why is there a little cyclone here? Is this where we end? kind of beautiful though, blooming in persistence of all this. Crooked structures, the lightning. I found one of them. Oh. Okay, I think we have time for one more flower. Oh, I see. It's almost just a rainbow. I mean, we have pink at the start, but we have red, yellow, blue, violet, and I bet if we got more of these green petals, we would have a green flower in the middle here. That's my guess. Hey, also, wait, no. Hang on, zoom out again. I gotta show chat the weird thing on the side. There? You gonna zoom back out for me? Yeah, there we go. Check out the weird splatter on the side of the wall there. Alarming. Ugh. Ah, there we go. We're on number 5. I don't think that's how... I don't know what calendars go down instead of across, but we seem to be going down instead of across. Okay. One more flower, chat. Right? Chat wonders with me if someone got murdered in this apartment. It feels like it. I think part of why I find... Oh, try not to yawn on stream challenge. Oh, we get to actually see rain in one of the flower sequences. I think one of the reasons I find rain really beautiful and peaceful... Hang on, we're gonna see this flower bloom first. Oh. Oh, it still faces down even when it blooms. That's so lovely. One of the reasons I find rain really lovely is because, like, it seems really beautiful to me in any context. Like you can make even sun seem kind of sad with the right context. Like, sun can be glaring, and that's a quote-unquote not good version of sun. Oh, it's crashed. It's fallen. And like, I mean, there are arguably quote-unquote bad versions of rain, but even those just seem really beautiful to me. Oh, what? We're bringing life, we're bringing life back to even the fallen pylons. Hey, camera, don't do that. And I know that's just my perspective on rain. Ah! Jeez! I think my pedals just got electrocuted! Oh my god, they're like burnt! Oh! They're fading away! Oh. Yeah, 5 flowers ain't bad. I'm gonna see if I can do this one last flower, but if it takes too long, I might have to call a chat. Ah! Ah! Quick, leave! Leave! Every time, I don't know if it's clear, but every time we go under one of those pylons, it electrocutes a bunch of my petals, and they turn black, and I think they disappear from me. Oh, please don't hurt us. We're just whittle petals. We're just whittle petals! Oh, I thought there was something over here. Never mind. Hang on, let's get more little petals from these little pink ones. Oh wait, that was my starting flower. Hello. Oh, it turns to face me when I come near it. Okay, thank you for being lovely and sweet, but I need you to go faster, please. There we go. A little rotating flower. Okay. I'm trusting you, little flowers. You gonna electrocute me again? Oh, maybe we just have to go really slow through here. Ah. There we go. It's teaching us patience. I mean, this level might be just being about being I think this lesson is about being careful and patient so that you don't get electrocuted. Which is a good lesson, if not wildly applicable. Get out. Yeah. Okay, I'm getting electrocuted a lot less. Less is not none, but it is less. And sometimes that's all we can hope for. Please don't electrocute me. I know there are flowers here somewhere, that's why I'm circling around in a circle. Wow. There they are. Why is it? It's so discordant here. Okay, there we go. Gently. Ah! Okay. I'm so glad that right as I was electrocuted then, I looked over at chat, who had written, "Yay, we learned our lesson!" Yes, that is the lesson, chat. Now you know. If ever in real life you come across dangerous broken electrical equipment, you just have to very slowly and carefully fly under it. You do have to figure out how to fly, which I don't know. I don't have instructions on that. The game hasn't actually taught us that. As far as I can tell, it is just an innate ability that you should already have. So chat, if you can't already fly, maybe think about that. Why can't you fly? Are you really trying hard enough? If you can't, ah! If you can't already fly, my scolding might not be as effective as. Yeah, I mean that's. See, chat has which has replied just fall and miss the ground. Has clearly learnt from the wisdom of Douglas Adams on how to fly. My roommate also approves of Douglas Adams. No, that's not how you say that. Of Douglas Adams' wisdom. Very slow. And then can we get around? Yeah! Turning this pylon white. Yes. Yeah, no. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy quintrilogy was highly clear on how to fly. It has step-by-step instructions. I can't remember if we were meant to make those things bright colored or not, but I'm gonna follow this now. Ah. Oh hey, there are more flowers. Gosh, it's also Discord. What do you reckon, chat? Will I get zapped here? houses over here. Come back to that. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Just swing around wide. There we go. Yes! Ah, very tense part. I'm repeatedly surprised by That Game Company's games. Hey! Chat is suggesting a legs tier and a zap tier. A tier list for what body parts we should fry. If you go to my Patreon, no, I regret to inform you, I both have no Patreon, and will not be offering incentives for me to fry different parts. Oh yes, I think that was the sentence. Yes, chat, I believe my sentence was, will I get zapped here? Or do you think I will get zapped here? Which, to be fair, does sound like zap tier. Especially— ah! Well, I was gonna get zapped there, apparently. Especially because of how I pronounce my ed words. My ed words. I'm aware I slur them in a particular way. I think it's like an Australian accent slur though. Does that make it better? Doesn't matter. Doesn't even matter. Don't worry, chat. Don't worry about it. Okay, slow and steady. Gotta avoid the red things, I'm pretty sure. Maybe this box. Okay. And then here we got a circle back around for this. Spin out. I like these cool soft colors. Soft pink and soft purple together is very nice. And yeah! Okay, cool. Oh. More flowers. We're gonna go collect these flowers first. Oh, I've already collected these flowers. Never mind. Okay, let's follow these flowers then. Gosh, it's so discordant now. Oh, what did it bring us to? That was like a little scream. A little opera scream. Careful. Careful. That's not careful enough. We have to leave. Almost got zapped. A green thing back there. Chat has commiserated. A friend from the US tried to learn Swedish. He was really frustrated by the words Swedish people often slur together as one. Yeah, I think, if anything, the hardest part about learning a language is learning the particular ways that native speakers say things. Because there are, like, not just, like, the idioms or the sayings and stuff like that, but even, like, if you say this word before this other word, then it ends up just sounding wildly different. Which must be so frustrating to try and learn. I mean, I've had an okay time of it, I think, with Japanese. With Japanese, for learning Japanese for me, it very much, I'm just collecting these extra little flowers. For me with Japanese, it's been like, you get taught a very stiff, formal way of talking. Most places that teach you Japanese will teach a very stiff, formal way of doing it. And so it's like a little bit unlearning those habits and learning what are the casual, what are the different tones that you use to actually speak with people? Not as in, not like tonal tones, but like, what is the casual form of saying hello as opposed to the very uptight, formal one that you use for your, like, boss's boss? Though I've also heard that I'm not surprised that for Australia, at least, they teach a very formal tone, because apparently getting Australians to learn formal tone in any language is, like, nearly impossible. I've heard it for both for Japanese and for... Oh my gosh, I thought that was a person in the distance. It was more scaffolding, but it looked like a person. By which I mean it looked vaguely bipedal. Hello? Where are we? Are we trapped? I've heard stories both about trying to teach Australians Japanese, and I've also heard stories about trying to teach Australians, I want to say German? I think it was German. And in both cases, it was like, if you teach us... Didn't mean to get a... No! You electrocuted me twice! I had too much fun with chat. It burnt me for my hubris. The two main stories I have heard is that if you teach Australians the casual way, and then you teach them the formal way, Australians, like, very famously will not understand why they should be using the formal way. Hello, can I... Okay, I did miss something, because the camera wouldn't get out of my way. Yeah, I want to go back and do that thing before. Maybe I'll just go in a circle, see how that works. Oh, here's something. I think maybe my favorite quote from that story was, the teacher was trying to impress hey, I found the green ones, was trying to impress the importance of, like, you use this formal tone for, like, when they're not just their friend, when they're, like, a boss, or, you know, someone you really respect, to which one of the students and, one of the students and content warning for use of the C slur here, but one of the students basically said, well, I might use the formal tone for, like, the Prime Minister or something, if he wasn't such a cunt. Which just is the most white Australian way you could possibly respond to someone saying, can you please be polite to people? Just being like, I would be polite to them, but they're the worst. They're the actual worst. It's not, chat has said, like, in quotes has said, here are two ways to do it. One is easier. You're supposed to use the other way. It's not even necessarily easier. It's like, I mean, at least the, like, very formal ways of doing it come with a lot of clear structure. Whereas, like, I know, one of the things about, like, casual greetings, if you're not using the more formal words, then exactly how casual your greeting is can really depend on your body language, and, like, I mean, I'm autistic, I would rather not rely on body language for almost anything. And I mean, sometimes they're both equally as difficult or simple to actually say, and then sometimes it's like, I know one of the things with a lot of the casual ways that the Japanese language works is that, is like a lot of words in casual speech get truncated a little. And that's definitely easier for a native Japanese speaker to physically say. But if you're someone who's not quite pronouncing the Japanese right, it might not even be easier for you to physically say. Yeah, we're getting like little opera streets here. Ah! Probably because everything is falling down around us. Rising to stab us. Oh my gosh. Frick, frick. I know I'm being stabbed. I'm sorry. Oh, this is so distressing. I think it's meant to be distressing. Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. There it is. There it is. There it is. Oh, don't even get to go into it. It just faded out. There we are. The one more leaf. Ah. Oh. I'm sorry, chat. There's one more. It went from blue to violet to magenta. And that is a very pretty tiny one. Ugh, I bet that's gonna be the last one too. Look, we have 3. This is all 7 of the, oh, I bet this was meant to be blue, and that was meant to be indigo, and then this is violet. I bet that is gonna be the last flower too, but we have hit time, chat, and I am out of energy, so it looks like next time we'll be playing a little bit of flower, just to see the tail end of this last little one, this last tiny bud. Judging by the white light outside of the window, I'm assuming it is a bud of hope. We'll be playing a little bit of that. Otherwise, keep an eye out on my socials to see what I might be playing next, as well as any polls voting to see what you would prefer for me to play next. If you have outright suggestions, please feel free to message me, DM me, at me, any of those various ideas. You can find all of my social links below on my link stack. If you click through there, it'll take you to links to whatever preferred social media you have. Otherwise, also if you check in my about on Twitch, you can see I have a little widget down below, and that says some of the games I'm considering playing next. The main one I am considering next is actually starting Detroit Become Human, which I know is an old game, but I mean, I just finished playing Flower, so I don't think I have to tell chat that I don't mind playing an older game. And I had both a fun time playing it, and a fun time playing it very expressively when I did play it through the first time. And I also missed out on like a third of the game for a reason. So it's something I think I won't mind replaying. So far, that's the top of the list of what I'll move on to. But otherwise, I'll see you all next week for a bit more of Flower. Thank you, chat, for sticking around and watching me get through this game. And hopefully I will see you next week. If not, I'll see you next time. Have a lovely time, everyone.